So earlier today, Spirituality with Sam facilitated a meditation for any and everyone who wanted to join in to help anchor the light into the earth and spread it out. And I joined in and followed along through the visualization meditation that she guided us through. If you haven't seen that yet, be sure to check that out. It was amazing. At one point of the meditation, she was guiding us through the part that had us actually anchoring our light into the grid and visualizing us all connected and spreading that light over the earth. My clairvoyance took over, and all of a sudden I was in a clearing with all of the gold white light surrounding me and floating by, and Jesus Christ appeared. Now, I am not religious in any way. I do appreciate and really like Jesus and Christ consciousness outside of religion. And so I wasn't expecting to see him, and usually do not communicate with him. But he had some words, right? So what he came to say was that we are chosen, all of us, right? All of us who understand that light is stronger than the darkness, all of us who are seeking the light, all of us who are helping to raise the collective vibration, all of us who are doing the work of anchoring it into the earth and spreading it and showing up as it, all of us together. Because regardless of where we are in our spiritual journey or what our gifts are, we are all contributing in some way. But we are the ones to help the earth and the people within it transition through this extremely tumultuous, rocky time. But then he took my hands and pushed down on them gently. I floated downward as if the ground was not there, but I immediately floated up again, like I was moving through water and up to the surface. And there is a message in that by itself. It's like they can try to hold us down, but because of all this light we have and because of who we are, we're not staying down for long. And so once I got to that surface, the water was right here, like at my neck. And I was struggling and fighting against the current and kind of gasping for air. And I remember asking, well, why did you place me here? We had just had such a great conversation. And I heard him just say, look around. When you fight against this current, when you fight against the water, what happens? Well, I was struggling. Then he said, just relax. And when I relaxed, I was placed on my back and I just floated. So the overall message clearly to me is, do not tense up with anxiety and fear and worry, and instead allow yourself to ride the wave, because that's what it is. And based upon what I feel is coming up here in the next week and beyond, in terms of the chaos, it's a really good thing to remember. And at the same time, though, there was a version of me sitting on a bank nearby watching the other version of me struggle in the water. And I'm like, what kind of twisted up, vision is this? But once I relaxed and I allowed myself to go on my back, I felt like I remembered that I knew where we were headed, right? And I can actually enjoy it a little bit. And once I was in that flow of enjoying it, I took that bird's eye view and looked down, and it was kind of like how you imagine the eye of a storm, like roaring and tumultuous and volatile around an eye, But I was just kind of floating and chilling and enjoying myself a bit. And once that happened, I ended up on the bank with that other version of me, and I became that version. And I asked at that point, like, okay, well, now what? And then I saw a fishing rod come out. And there I was, like fishing things out of this water and saying as they came out, I want this, I don't want that. I want this, I don't want that. And so I was like sorting things out into two piles. And then after that, I gathered my pile of wants, which was more like a heel, gathered it and put it together with other people's piles of wants who were doing the same thing. And from there, another process of sorting happened to prioritize these piles of wants in high priority to low priority, right? It was kind of like, we need these things urgently now, without question. This is what we want now. And then here's the next phase of things that we'll work on. And then these are really nice to have. We want them when we can get them, you know? And so that was like that range of priority. And then I saw a group of people for each category, different teams, so to speak, and they were being assigned the different tasks within the categories, who would then take them forward and implement them. We can think of those people as our reps, people who are close to the WH, those in high official positions, keeping in mind that a lot of those things will be reorganized, restructured. Folks will be moved out, other people will be moved in, and I don't just mean based on the orange blob's vision. I mean, once we are beyond the chaos that they're trying to stir and they are rightfully removed. So that whole scene, though, was telling me that it is a process. Even when we move beyond what's happening right now, there's still a process, right? Of course there is. There has to be. We haven't nailed down the vision yet. We don't quite know exactly what we need and how we need it. And so all of that still has to happen. Be sure that you are setting aside a few minutes per day to feel into that, to visualize what it is that you want and need and what you want to see for your community and for the country, so that we can build that vision together, so that you can sort your wants and don't wants the way that I was shown in my meditation earlier, and so that we can really just begin to empower that part of the process, right? We've got to shore it up. And if you would like, I mean, I have some options available to you. I run a collective where I have 2 different times that we meet on Tuesday. The first meeting is strictly for Black women. The second meeting that's in the evening is for everyone. And you are welcome to join the collective, where we do talk about a lot of these things while also building our gifts in a more gradual, free-form way. And I also facilitate a class that focuses on intuitive and psychic development around some really cool and interesting exercises that are specific to modern day, you know, this time that we are living through right now. And I also provide readings if you want to work one-on-one. And so I know if you're watching this on TT, I haven't been able to put my link tree up yet. It's a bit of a process with TT for some reason. And so I'm working on that. But in the meantime, you can find me on YT, and all of my information is there, or you can just reach out to me through email. So, okay, I'll see you next time.